Tuloy na ang pagbisita ni Philippine President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. sa Canada. Nakatakda po ang dating ni Marcos Miyerkules. Gayunpaman, halo ang mga reaksyon sa biyaheng ito ng lider ng Pilipinas, kung saan ang ilang grupo nagtakda ng mga protesta kaugnay sa state visit. May report si Fernandez.
Tuloy ang opisyal na pagdalaw ni Philippine President Bongbong Marcos sa Canada mula 1 hanggang ika-4 ng Hulyo upang makausap si Prime Minister Mark Carney at ang ilang community at business leaders. Tatalakayin daw ang critical minerals extraction pati na ang free trade agreement.
The Philippines frames itself as an American-style democracy. We pretend that the Philippines government and the Philippines people are one and the same, but there's no good evidence for that.
Sa Ottawa, naghayag ng ilang pakiusap kay Carney ang human rights activists sa isang open letter kamakailan. Kabilang dito ang paghingi ng accountability mula sa Canadian mining at extractive companies upang respetuhin nila ang indigenous rights, kalikasan at humingi ng karampatang consent ng walang dahas.
Canada has a really unique relationship with the Philippines with regards to not just the number of OFWs here, but the really outsized role of Canadian mining in the country. And that it really struck me as a situation that this is a really problematic political situation, that Canadian finance, Canadian governance is well aware of how involved Canada is, and Canadians on the ground really aren't.
Ayon kay Drew Eisenberg-Holmes, kinatawan ng Ottawa sa National Coalition of Human Rights in the Philippines, Canada at Vice Chair ng Ottawa Committee of Human Rights in the Philippines. Dapat daw talakayin ang mga isyu ng korupsyon, pag-atake sa human rights defenders at patuloy na krisis kaugnay nito. Di raw dapat gamitin ang Canadian technology at AI para sa anyay political repression. Sa Vancouver, Martes, dumudulong ang ilang Filipino-Canadian activist groups kabilang ang Bayan Canada at Migrante BC na makiisa ang taong bayan sa protestang magaganap sa Canada Day. Kaugnay sa 4 na araw na pagbisita ni Marcos. Binabatikos ang labor export policies ng Administrasyong Marcos at human rights record ng pamilya nito.
We want to hold Marcos accountable for his ongoing corruption that he has been implicated in, not only for the past 4 years of his presidency, but actually for many decades before, because he comes from a long line of corrupt politicians and dynasty family in the Philippines.
Ayon kay Milo Canlas, Secretary General ng Bayan Canada, nais daw nilang pagbayaran ni Marcos ang mga negatibong epekto ng plunder sa mga Pilipino, di lang nasa Pilipinas, kundi pati na rin sa mga nasa Canada.
Migrants overseas in Canada who are being forced abroad because of the dire conditions in the Philippines, the worsening poverty and the joblessness. And then once abroad in Canada, they face incredibly exploitative conditions. And when they seek out support and help from the consulate, the representative of the Philippine government, a lot of their calls go ignored.
Fernandez, OMNI News, Vancouver.